So this is sort of an off-the-cuff video because we've had drama after drama after drama. So let me start from the beginning. So I'm a landlord, not a big landlord or anything crazy. I own one flat in Nottingham. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I own one flat. In December, that tenant was arrested. The police had to break down the door and arrest him. Or we believe he was arrested at the home, and he's been in prison ever since, awaiting trial, and keeps getting pushed back. We can't really find out much about what's going on due to GDPR and things like that, which I get. It turns out, however, he's not been paying his bills. So he's been put on a prepaid electric meter, so he has to go to shops or wherever online, I'm not sure how they do it these days, and top up your card to get electric. Cool, okay, it's more expensive that way, but okay, whatever. He's in prison. The gas safety certificate has elapsed while he's been in prison, so we're trying to get a gas safety certificate done. We can't do that, however, because we've got no electric. We're speaking to E.ON, who are the energy provider for him, and they've been giving us the runaround completely, not helped at all, like absolute zero, no help from E.ON whatsoever. Countless emails for E.ON, online chats with them saying basically because we're not the registered tenant, they can't share any information. We're like, okay, but we are the landlord, and by law we have to have an up-to-date gas safety certificate. But we can't do that because we can't turn the boiler on because we've got no electric. What do we do? What do you suggest? What are your suggestions? Nothing. They can't suggest anything. They keep asking for other bits of information. I'm like, he's your registered thing, so you can't get in touch with him. Okay, he's in prison. He's not been topping up his thing. How do we get electric for a day just to do the gas safety certificate? Like how? Like what do we do? Like how can you help us in that situation? Nothing. So I've sent another email to them today. Hopefully get a response today, tomorrow, a couple of days, I'm not sure. But yeah, we're at a complete stalemate with them. It's honestly, this is turning out to be a nightmare. Furthermore, our insurance for the property has elapsed or is ended. We went to renew it. That provider said that we can't renew because the door was kicked off. But we're like, we didn't claim from you. You said we couldn't claim from you for that. So why would you not continue to insure us? They can't, apparently. So it's been sent off to others. And apparently we are, with this tenant in, uninsurable. So we can't get the electric on to do the boiler. We can't get insurance while that tenant's still in. Well, he's not even, he's registered, but he's not there because he's in prison. How long he's going to be in prison, we don't know. There's a restriction, so he can't go within a certain area, and his house or his flat, our flat, is in that area. So even if he was released, he's not technically allowed back to that property. Also, we've had the door replaced, so there's new keys, new locks, everything like that. So we couldn't get in anyway, unless he was to break down the door, which we couldn't claim for insurance for anyway, so it would be 2 new doors. So it's the biggest minefield I've ever experienced, but it's a minefield that is crazy, and there's no sort of not justification, but there's no way around it. No one's trying to help. Everyone's just plodding along, and you're like, we need something. We need a bit of support. We need a bit of information, like what we need to do, but we're not getting it. So yeah, I don't know. The third thing, maybe I've lost count of the numbers, but another thing, when the police broke the door down, a company, which I'm assuming is the police's go-to, they boarded up the door. And so this, I should have said this at the beginning. So this company boarded up the door, but we didn't know anything about the police going there or anything like that. But this company boarded up the door and then sent us a letter demanding like £250 for boarding up this door. But we didn't. So that was the first we knew that our tenant had been arrested. That was the first we knew of anything like that, when we got this letter to say that the police had visited on this date in December, I believe, broke the door and arrested our tenant. So before that, we didn't know. We were getting rent. Everything was going fine. We had no issues with the tenant as such. Like, he's looked after the property, to be fair to him. He's paid us, but he hasn't been paying the electric, I assume. So yeah, so they said that they wanted £250 for boarding up the door. But we said we didn't even know anything about it. Like, had we been told, we could have maybe arranged for someone to go and board up the door. Like, we had no, they were the people that told us that he'd been arrested and the door got damaged. So it's like, thank you for telling us, but now you want £250 for something that we didn't ask you to do. So they've sent us a quite crudely worded letter, like demanding this, and then they sent another one to say because we didn't pay for this door in 14 days or something, it's gone up and it will then incur a CCJ and court costs. So I've sent them back an email asking them to provide further information as to who they tried to contact. Like that, I don't know, it's very unclear as to who has to pay for this door. Well, the wood for this door that got boarded up, they're just saying that because they did it, we have to pay. And it's like, but it's like you're going out to work and then you're coming home and all your windows have been changed in your house. That's how I feel. And then them saying that you owe us a couple of grand for these brand new windows, and you're like, but I didn't ask for it. You didn't tell me. You didn't do anything. But you want this money. So it's like, is that legal? Is that what goes on? I don't know. I've never known anyone to have the door broken by the police, and what happens next. So yeah, it's a big minefield, and issues upon issues at the minute. We're not sure when the tenant's going to be released. E.ON aren't helping us with getting electric for a day just so we can service the boiler, get an up-to-date gas safety certificate. We're just in no man's land, complete and utter no man's land. So what we do from here, I don't know. I've sent E.ON another email. I've also sent the door company that are wanting extra money now for this door that they boarded up without telling anyone. Yeah, I just, is it worth having a rental property? Oh, and another thing, the tax system in the UK is so outrageous that for a year, for last year of that property, me and my partner, we had to do a self-assessment tax thing, and it worked out like £43 each. So me and her, £43 each is what we essentially earned from that property, because we had to pay so much tax each for that property. We bought the house wrong, in a sense that we bought it do you know what I mean, just wanting a second property. So we bought this house with the best, obviously good intentions, to rent it out to people that need a property. We rent it through the council, so we don't charge astronomical fees for it. You can't get astronomical fees for it anyway because of where it is, and it's a one bed flat, 1 bedroom, 1 living room, 1 kitchen and a bathroom. It's small, it's simple, but it's a nice little flat. So I'll begrudge to have to sell it because of all the issues. But yeah, it's owning property is, I'm assuming, unless you own a lot and you have them in a business, it's probably not worth it. If you just own it outright in your own name and not Stephen business, and then can do your taxes that way, with your 12.5 grand a year tax-free allowance or whatever it is. So yeah, we've just had so many issues with this house, with this flat, that we're contemplating having to sell, which would be a disappointment, because it's obviously providing people with homes. But yeah, we've got a lot of issues with this property, a lot of issues. Being a landlord isn't great. So yeah, for all those topics that I've just discussed, if you know any ins and outs, or if you know any further information on what we need to be doing or how we need to be going about certain things, please drop a comment. I'll leave my email. If you want to reach out via email, please reach out via email. Give us some advice, give us some tips, drop a comment below, let us know. I've done a little short on our property, our own property. We're getting an extension, so things are looking good this year, but things are also looking, it's like you pour yourself a nice drink and then someone else drinks half of it, so you got to pour yourself another drink to try and make up for it. So that analogy works for me, but I don't know if it'll work for you. But yeah, that's where we are, and that's the carnage that we have to deal with. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Eon, please help us, because we need some help. But yeah, a property game isn't roses and rainbows. It's not. It can be difficult. It can be very difficult. Anyway, see you soon. Please like and subscribe. There will be updates, there will be further discussion, and hopefully I'll get back to you soon. Cheers to everyone. Cheers. Bye.